Okay, sounds good. You're hot right now. Hey. Yeah, we're live. Yeah, I'm ready. Yes, I'm dialed in right now. All right, bye. Yes, do you have the microphone? Yeah, it's on, right? Should they said stand by? Stand by. Yeah. Yeah, it took us a while to get here because there is a lot of police presence here in the area. I'm going to step out of the way so you can go ahead and take a look behind me. You see all of the police cars there. Now, Dart Corporation, they make styrofoam cups, to-go cups. They've been here for a long time in the area. They just sent out a release saying that at 7 a.m. today, an individual entered the manufacturing facility here in Conyers and shot one of their employees. Now, the medical personnel and law enforcement are here on site. They did evacuate the building, and the management staff is assisting law enforcement. They are securing the site. Right now, they say they have no information on the victim or the shooter. So we don't know the identity of the victim or their condition, and we don't know where the shooter is or if police have them in custody. They're in the distance right now. It looks like they are evacuating the facility. You can see a lot of the employees filing out of the building one by one. They're wearing the neon green. Now, they said they are working alongside the emergency responders to address this situation and ensure the safety of their employees. They have 300 employees, so it's going to take a while to get everybody.
Yeah, blame CNN for no video. So far, one person walked inside a job, shot one person. I don't remember what she said happened to the shooter. This is Georgia. So it seems like their news crew is don't have it together. Like they have a technical difficulties on their side. So far, one shooter he may have just gave up or left or neutralized. Georgia workplace shooting. Tons of police presence. Officers doing checkpoint stops. Officers smiling. Right now, we ain't got much because they stopped reporting. So let's give it a second, and we're gonna go over to YouTube and see what we can pull up on this. Sure, we'll go to the internet and see what we can pull up on this. Okay, they're having technical problems. Okay. We'll be back. Hold on. They're zooming out. It said Conyers Police Department. Let's see what else we can find on this. And we'll be back. St. Louis is somewhere else, man. Oh, this is an accident scene. Let me see. Watch James. Yeah. Let's do it this way, Periscope. Georgia. Sweet Georgia. That's the one we're looking at. So that's still a scene. So, Georgia shooting. Besides me, who else is okay? So let's go over to YouTube. Do. Since they had their difficulties. So, Ravens won last night. 42-21, some bullshit. So Lamar Jackson does a lot of running. Get a running back the ball, they run. He does a short pass. So that's a heavy run team that people can't seem to beat. Like, really, you can't seem to beat a heavy run team. Like, but Ravens won. Ravens, of course, are in the playoffs. So there's nobody else reporting on this, my nigga. Like, dude. One more source. And Georgia. Georgia. I don't know why they call it Georgia. Georgia. Okay, let's start here. They say 4 killed, 1 wounded. She say 1 killed. So they had a fast straight anyway. Let's start here. They had a fast straight. I mean, not straight. We'll go back out to the scene on Periscope. So far, a shooting has been reported at a Georgia plant, as we saw in the beginning with the video. Area schools are on lockdown. Okay, so the shooter didn't leave. He went into there and shot. Let me see how many people. The authorities said they're looking for a shooter after gunfire was reported at a food service package plant in Georgia. Schools are on lockdown. Shots were reported fired this morning, Eastern time, at Dark Container Corp and Conyers. So we saw the Conyers officers out there. This is 25 miles east of downtown Atlanta. This is Deputy Sheriff Lee Thomas who's speaking. Okay, at least 3 schools and 3 county transportation centers were placed on lockdown. Rockdale County School says every staff and student, all staff and students are safe. So unlike New York, Jersey City, the school went on lockdown right across the street from the kosher deli, but they still let a student leave the premises while on lockdown with his mom. His mom came into school, and school was on lockdown. They opened the door for her and everything. Like, that's so silly. It's numerous police cars. On the scene, numerous police cars. So they're a food service product that produces cups, plates, container lids, and stars and straws. Oh, that's all we got on that one. Let's move over to the next report. Was that where did I gotta think of her name. The black lady that passed away. I gotta think of her name. Sandra Bland. Where does Sandra Bland work again? This is old. This is old. This said 25th. Why they give me? Yeah, that's old. That happened in January. Let me flip it. So far, food service plant that produces cups, straws, and plates. There was a shooting. That's the only one news article I can find. Let's see. Let's see. Recent past 24 hours. That's the only one. Recent past hour. Saying it's national shooting. Georgia. Georgia plant. I'm supposed to be asleep. No, I'm supposed to be asleep. Well, y'all know what I meant though. Y'all know what I meant though. Just okay. There we go. Some more people are coming in. Okay, active shooter at food processing plant in Georgia. Well, they say he fled. So get that for a thumbnail. Let me see. That may be a thumbnail. Again, one person has been shot in Georgia. And what they're calling an active shooter situation. Well, the shooting stopped, so it's not active. Food processing facility in Conyers. Dark container plant. Dark issued a statement that the individual entered the building and shot an employee. See, unlike Jersey City, the shooters stayed inside the store. Now this guy ran out the building. Difference. The police are looking for shooter. Oh, is that a video we can watch? Is that a video? Let's play it.
Only Zero Water removes virtually all dissolved solids for the purest tasting water.
Oh, there's a live broadcast. There's nothing going on though. No, nothing going on. Again, shooting out of Conyers County in Georgia. Let me see if they're gonna report. Well, no information's still coming in, so. So that's CBS 12. We'll save that. We'll be back to CBS 12. Let's move on. So we got that one. Let's go to Business Insider. Okay, again, one person shot in an active shooter situation. At dark container plant in Conyers, Georgia. Police are looking for shooter. Everything on lockdown. Everything on lockdown. 300 employees were evacuated from plant. Again, 26 miles east of Atlanta. This is WSB TV 2 in Georgia. Multiple police and emergency vehicles at Conyer production plant. Schools on lockdown. So let's say Dart onto the left in that picture. Rockdale County High School, Rockdale Magnet School, C.J. Hicks Elementary, Nick Valencia, and they are searching for active shooter in Conyers incident at the Dart plant early Friday morning, or early this morning. Oh, that's the guy. It is a developing story, though. Alright. Authorities said they're looking for a shooter after gunfire was reported at the service plant. Let's go back to Periscope. Let's see what Periscope is talking about. The Periscope was just had the cameras on the police cars. Like, really? Really, Periscope? Alright, let's put this in Georgia. Sweet Georgia. So still nothing. Your officers talking. License plate number look normal. There's no sound on the scene, so. Dun, 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 dun. If I was them, I'd be in a news van chasing after the police. See where they're going. I'm serious. Let's see. Well, a month ago, there was a shooting outside of Conyers. What was that about? Let me see. Dang. That was a year ago. We're just waiting for more information for the plant. Sounds like it was a home invasion gone bad for invaders. Lord. That's that same one. Yeah, people are tripping. That's no, that's the Naval Air Base. So far we just have internet articles. Like, no active shooter, no hospital. Uh, one more time. One more time. I go back to Periscope. Nothing so far. Cause we are looking for information. Okay. Okay, I'm going back to the news articles. Going back to the news articles. Read that. So far as shows a shooter at the dart plant, Conyers, Conyers County, Georgia, 26 miles east of downtown Atlanta. One person walked in, shot one employee. Area schools on lockdown. Other area businesses on lockdown. And police are looking for the suspect. So that's the news. Let's check USA Today. And yeah, they make plastic. I don't know if it's all plastic, but straws, plates, other things. So food service plant in Conyers. Like I said, about 25 miles. I want to hear about Pensacola. Okay, dark container corp says employee was shot at its plant and the building has been evacuated. So it happened around 7 a.m., which is 2.5 hours ago. So it's been 2.5 hours and they haven't found the shooter. But that's just saying everything on lockdown. They got an update on the Jersey City shooting. The gunman, the dude, I forget his name, Anderson, was an Army veteran with a lengthy criminal history. So that's in the beginning stages of this. Let me get back. Dun, dun, dun. So that's all we have for right now. I'm going back to Periscope. Cause YouTube ain't doing jack nothing. People aren't doing jack nothing. I think there'll be more information by now. You know how these shootings usually take place. So cops have been out there for like 2 hours.
I got it. I never down, Susan? I said I never let you down.
This is Fox 5. Well, CBS. Now Fox 5. I guess Fox 5 using their stream like I'm using their stream too. So
1 second. 1 second. Right after Paul. Paul sounds like he's kind of... Maybe next.
it looked like the police officer buying drugs from another police officer.
Step out this way?
That's a joke. I'm just saying. And she's supposed to be doing a scene, just giving a scene for the
I think
news.
he's wrapping up. Stand by.
What is he doing? What is the officer doing right there? What is he doing? I'm just following him. Okay. There he go again. What you doing, officer? What you doing, officer?
Well, right now the search is on for the gunman who fired shots inside this dart production plant in Rockdale County. One man is in the hospital. I'll have more coming up on Good Day Atlanta.
And that's the scene. Okay. I don't know how long it's gonna take for more. Lord. I guess we could play the guessing game. I guess he's black or white, Hispanic, Asian. Leave your guesses in the comment section. Let me talk to the people in the chat room. Hold on. That's if he's black, white, Asian.
220. We got 220. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, I'm Natalie. Chris. Chris, so nice to meet you. Yeah.
We got an interview.
First and last name for me?
Chris Sweat.
This is Chris Sweat.
SWEAT.
And Chris, where were you headed this morning?
So I work right across the street at Golden State Foods.
Golden State.
So we were heading in there, and then I guess trying to pull in, and they have all this cops blocked off. I don't really know what's going on. I heard there was an active shooter, but I don't really know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, explain your emotion. Just a normal day driving to work Friday, trying to get in, get out, and you pull up. I mean, your emotion seeing all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty overwhelming. It was pretty frightening. I mean, I pulled in here. I saw the school buses. I heard that they were transporting people from the site on school buses across the street, but I don't know. It's just overwhelming, really, and frightening.
Anything else that you want to add about your experience this morning?
I just hope that people are all right and everybody's safe.
We're hearing that a gunman fired shots and hit one of the employees, and that person was taken to the hospital. I mean, how does that make you feel?
It's frightening and it's saddening to hear that.
It's so hard to hear these kind of things nowadays.
Yeah, it's scary, and I hope that they're all right, and I hope that no one else gets hurt or injured, and that everybody can go about and be safe.
All right, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
And that's one thing. So they bus the employees out on school buses.
Do we know anything about the school still being on lockdown by chance? If not, I'm not going to say it.
So from what Chris said, they took the employees, put them on school buses, and bust them away. Now, don't they have cars of their own?
Okay. CJ Hicks. Ten seconds away.
10 seconds away. Yeah. I'm going to chat room. I don't want them to ban, so I'm gonna do this.
A very active scene, a very frightening scene at that. And you said it, authorities right now are searching for the person who went inside this plant and fired shots this morning. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see what we're seeing out here. So this is the dart production plant off Highway 138 in Rockdale County, right near Conyers. So you can see heavy police presence. Rockdale County Sheriff's Office, Conyers Police, and Georgia State Patrol are searching for this gunman. We're told that this morning that gunman walked into the plant, fired at least one shot, if not multiple, hitting one of the employees. That man was taken in the hospital in unknown condition. So at last check, we still have not heard exactly how that man is doing, but the search is on. Police have been speaking and stopping every driver that has been coming down this road here right where we are. So they're doing everything they can. There were 3 schools still on lockdown this morning: Rockdale High School, Rockdale Magnet School, and C.J. Hicks Elementary School. So those are on lockdown. Good Day's Mark Teichner is at the staging area, and he is still gathering a lot more information about what's going on. So we've got team coverage this morning, trying to get all the info to you as quickly as possible. Again, we do not know how that person is doing who was shot out here this morning, and police are still looking for the gunman. That's the latest here in Rockdale County. I'm Natalie Foltz for Good Day Atlanta.
Good day, Atlanta. And cutscene.
Okay.
So this is Conyers, Georgia, 26 miles east of downtown Atlanta, at the Dart Food Production Plant, where they produce straws, plates, other utensil items for food. It says someone walked inside, fired multiple shots. One employee was hit, taken to the hospital. No update on the victim. Shooter still on the loose. Happened 7 p.m., 7 a.m. Area schools and other businesses on lockdown. What time is it? The other information was they bust the employees out on school buses. That's what one witness at Golden State Food says. It's not verified, but they bust employees out on school buses. Don't know why you would need to do that. I guess she wants to do an interview with the officer. It looked like for a second he was going to do an interview. He still may do an interview. Officers rarely do interviews in the first place. I mean, he might not. I rarely see officers do interviews. One person walking across the scene. It is right. Officers rarely do interviews. Yeah. I will be back to this scene We'll look for some more info about this. Okay. Georgia, sweet Georgia. Sweet, sweet Georgia. Sweet, sweet Georgia. Let's see if YouTube got anything yet. Any YouTube news channels, YouTube sources. Georgia. Sweet. Okay. Georgia shooting. Nothing still on the Georgia shooting. Dark plant. Conyer. Nothing still. Active shooter. Active shooter. Nothing still. So I gotta get up soon. Nothing still. Let me see any update. Let's just read CNN. So again, active shooter, Georgia, Conyer, Georgia, dark food plant. Schools on lockdown. No, I don't trust their app. No. Again, reiterating that one person has been shot at the plant. Now this has changed, yo. I don't know why CNN wrote this. They wrote this at 9:29. What time is it? 9:39. Now first reports were the shooter is on the loose. And the lady on the scene even says the shooter is on the loose. So at least one person has been shot at a food service containment plant near Atlanta, and the shooter is believed to still be inside the plant. A federal source with knowledge of the situation said Friday. A federal source, well, the federals aren't there. The local source that's on the ground says the shooter is not there. We just left a live view of cops having the whole place surrounded, and they're not doing anything but checking checkpoints. They're not doing anything but checkpoints, checking on cars coming in and out. So as you know, news when it first gets to the media, the public, a lot of stuff could be incorrect. But they've been reporting all morning that the shooter's on the loose. I don't know why CNN. Well, I see why people call CNN fake news. They can't get their reporting straight. Gunfire was reported Friday morning at Dark Container Corp in Conyers, about 25 miles east of downtown Atlanta. Authorities are looking for the shooter. That says authorities are looking for the shooter. Right? That says shooter is believed still inside the plant. Is it not a contradiction? So is he still inside the plant? Or are they looking for a shooter? Anyway, the plant was evacuated and the employees were put on a school bus. Now, an eyewitness say reporters were put on a school bus. No, eyewitness say employees were put on a school bus, not reporters. The federal source who told CNN a one-person shot spoke on condition of anonymity. At least 3 schools and county school transportation offices were placed on lockdown. Okay, the county school transportation office sent a bus to pick up the employees. I'm not confirming. That's what a witness say. Yeah, police are parked outside the dark container facility. They distribute plates, container lids across the country. So that's CNN. CNN contradicts itself. Like CNN. Let's check NBC. I know they're not saying the shooter's still inside. Yeah, the shooting happened around 7 a.m., 6:58. 300 employees were evacuated. They discovered one person shot and believed there was still an active shooter. Now, like it's been over 2.5 hours, and 20 minutes ago, we got a report that the shooter was still being searched for. The shooter was not on scene. 20 minutes ago, we got an update that shooter was not on scene. Like, but they're saying they're in the process to determine if the shooter is still on the scene. I mean, how either he is on the scene or he isn't on the scene. Which one is it? It's 7 a.m. It's now 9:30. At 9:10, they was talking about the shooter fled. At 8 something, they're talking about the shooter fled. So again, details. Yeah, they evacuated the building, so the shooter can't be in the building. That talks about the schools on lockdown and transportation center on lockdown. So kids in Rockdale County High School lockdown, Rockdale Magnet School lockdown, CJ Hicks Elementary lockdown. The victims' conditions unknown. Yeah, the Red Cups. Dart is best known for acquiring Solo Cup Company in 2012. The makers of the Red Cups that college students love to use and other social gatherings. So we love those Red Cups. We love those Red Cups. Okay, let's go back to see if Fox News 5 still up. Let's see. I'm going back to the scene. It's the scene of the crime. Dun, 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 dun. They doing Donald Trump impeachment every day. Donald Trump every day. How this man still allowed to sign bills and he's going through impeachment process? I understand, but no. Like, no. You're allowed to sign bills. Like, come on, man. Yeah, we'll do this view. So it looks like state troopers and local police were talking. Nothing so far. Okay. MSNBC News. What was that? Anyway. So the building's been evacuated. Um, there's no shooter on the inside. What was another story I wanted to look at? Alright, let's check something out. we're going back to YouTube. No, nothing still. Nothing still out of Georgia. Nothing still. Let's go look at this update on the Bernard College student. I did a video about it. Let's go look at that update. Okay, let's go back up. Do the video I want to do.
New York City police are stepping up patrols near an Ivy League university after the brutal stabbing death of a teenage student, 18-year-old Tessa Majors.
Yeah. In the drawer in the kitchen, the first drawer. On the first drawer on the left.
Was in her first year at Barnard, the women's college affiliated with Columbia University. After the brutal stabbing death of a teenage student, 18-year-old Tessa Majors was in her first year at Barnard, the women's college affiliated with Columbia University. The rattled community held a vigil there last night. Majors was...
So this happened Wednesday. The stabbing happened Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. at night. So there is one video I want to look at. That's very suspicious to me. So she was walking through the park, 5:30 p.m. They say 1 to 3 people approached her. So the police don't know if it's 1, 2, or 3 people that approached her. They haven't said if they looked at camera footage. This was yesterday, Thursday, that I reported on this yesterday night. This happened Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. But I'm pretty sure police haven't looked at camera footage because they said 1 or 3 people approached us, so they don't know what happened. They found a knife at the bottom of the steps. And then they found a blood trail. They found a whole live blood trail from the park to suspects' hideout or to a housing project. It's something real stupid. And there's no way in heck you can leave a blood trail all the way from the park to your hideout. No way. That's not enough blood. 'Cause they stabbed her. She was stabbed multiple times, but she didn't leave a blood trail to the suspect's hideout. They saying they did. But anyway, they interviewed some suspects in an area. They released all the suspects. Our witness said they saw 3 or 4 teens running from the scene that day around that time. One was wearing a green coat. They interviewed the person with the green coat, let them go. They interviewed a couple people, let them all go. So the blood trail was no good for them because the blood trail led to no arrests.
Murdered on Wednesday in a public park next door to Columbia's campus. Errol Barnett is at Barnett. Rattled community held a
Wasn't exactly next door to Columbus campus, but okay.
vigil there last night. Majors was murdered on Wednesday in a public park next door to Columbia's campus. Errol Barnett is at Barnard College. Errol, what's the latest on the investigation?
Well, good morning, Anthony. CBS News has learned the NYPD questioned 2 juveniles in connection with this crime. Their parents and guardians present, but they were released yesterday. The police believe that the young woman may have been the victim of a robbery. The president of this college, though, says this entire incident has shaken this college to its core.
Hey, they believe she was a victim of a robbery. They don't know. Just like they don't have no suspects in custody. Just like this made up blood trail. They have released no video of the incident. They released no video of this blood trail or where it leads. So they have nothing. Like they just pulling information out of thin air.
It's just kind of a shock.
Barnard College students were
They think it's 1 in 3 people who was involved. How you think it's 1 in 3 people? Like you're pulling facts out the air. You're just pulling shit out the air. I'm hoping it sticks.
emotional Thursday after news emerged their classmate freshman Tessa Majors had been killed in a park near campus.
It could have been anyone, and it's just so unfortunate that it happened to someone who is so young.
Just before 7 p.m. Wednesday, police say Majors was stabbed several times by 1 to 3 people after a struggle in the park. She staggered up these steps into the street where a school security guard eventually saw her and called 911. She later died at the hospital. The park is a popular thoroughfare for many college students who...
Yeah, so it's not right next door to the freaking campus. Excuse my language. They go Morningside Park. They'll go Columbia University, and they'll go her college, Bernard College. So they say they found a blood trail. They ain't found no blood trail of the suspect left a blood trail of the victim's blood. Like get real, get real.
live near or around campus.
And they followed the blood trail, and the people they interviewed, they end up letting go. Like, get real. That means they don't have nothing on camera. If there was a camera and looking at the event, or that they have nothing, if they let the suspects go, whoever they thought could have done it, that means they have nothing. And they're just throwing crap out there.
According to NYPD statistics, crime is up in this park, and the city's murder rate...
Yeah.
Strategically, not just, we feel it emotionally. Every single one of us gets the same reports every morning, and they're not just numbers to us. They're human lives.
It says stopping hate. So I wonder if they're going to label this little news story a hate crime. Like, get real.
In the 1960s and 70s...
I see the Jewish people, so this may be an interview from the Jersey City shooting.
Asking ourselves strategically, not just, we feel it emotionally. Every single one of us gets the same reports every morning, and they're not just numbers to us. They're human lives.
In the 1960s and 70s, crime was so rampant it's nightmare. Writing, quote, "Children are in the playground." Majors was part of 2 bands. One recently put out an album. The NYPD says all hands are on deck to solve this crime.
I don't know why they looking at the steps. Ain't no blood on the steps. You know how badly a knife victim bleeds? Someone who stabbed multiple times? Because they say she was stabbed in the face and in the chest. You know how bad she'll be bleeding? So what are they looking at? And this is the day after, so what are they looking at? She was on the bottom, she was on those bottom steps when they approached her. Like,
The idea that a college freshman at Barnard...
okay, yeah, they are talking about the college freshmen with all the Jews in the back. I wouldn't exactly call them, well, Europeans, I guess. I guess the Europeans.
was murdered in cold blood is absolutely not only painful...
Let's just call them Amish.
To me, as a parent, it's terrifying to think that that could happen anywhere.
Man, that's that.
And we message that Tony.
Ariel, so sorry for that girl's family. I mean, thank you very much. You just don't. You send them off to college.
Yes.
It's the next stage of their life.
Yeah, I guess you got a photo of police looking at the ground at nothing. There ain't no blood on that step, my nigga. Even though she went up those steps, ain't no blood on those steps. News One Live. I gotta change channels. I'm looking for a video that has the same scene, but at the same night that the stabbing happened. Okay. There go the Down syndrome girl, Greta. North College. Do we have this video, y'all?
And the other major story unfolding
Okay,
tonight, and it's horrific. The brutal murder of a college student here in New York City. Tessa Majors, just 18 years old, in her first year at Barnard, stabbed at a city park. She then died after...
That's the same photo. The next day, they're looking at nothing. But somebody want to tell me what they're looking at? Ain't no blood nowhere on those steps. She was bleeding profuse. If they found the blood trail from the suspects of Tessa's blood, there should be blood all over them steps. Then, if they could find a blood trail leading hundreds of yards to some housing projects, there should be blood trails going all up them steps. Like, just what y'all looking at? And this is the next morning after this photo is. Now let's go look at the photos of the same night.
staggering to the top of this staircase to get help. Tonight, what police have found, and ABC's Ariel Reshef is on the scene for us.
Tonight, New York City police investigating the savage killing of Barnard College freshman Tessa Majors.
The idea that a college freshman at Barnard was murdered in cold blood is absolutely not only painful to me as a parent, it's terrifying to think that that could happen.
Okay, yeah, no blood. That's the same night. There's no blood, as you can see. I know they didn't clean it up yet. That's the same night.
Anywhere.
Around
No blood by the booth. That's the booth she walked to, passed out at, and bled out. And no, they didn't clean it up yet. Because this is the same night. No blood nowhere.
7 o'clock Wednesday evening, police say the 18-year-old from Virginia was walking through a park in a residential area just
It was
1 block from
5:30.
Columbia University when she was attacked. Around 7 o'clock Wednesday evening,
We can go look at
police
more on the
say the
sad part.
18-year-old. Authorities say 1 to 3 suspects demanded a residential area just 1 block from Columbia University when she was attacked.
There's going to be an 80 female white staff at this time.
Authorities say 1 to
No
3
blood
suspects
nowhere.
demanded money before brutally stabbing Majors several times.
No blood. I guess that's not clear enough. But.
Units tail their lights, start circling the park. The perpetrator may still be in the park.
Majors managing to stagger up a steep.
Like, that scene don't look correct, man. Man, hold on. Did I see some blood on that one? Hold on.
Demanded money before brutally stabbing Majors.
So she collapsed around there. There ain't no markers down, no nothing. Okay, good.
Several times.
Units tail their lights, start circling the park. The perpetrator may still be in the park.
Majors managing
Trying to see if I see blood.
to stagger.
Well, no, I'm not seeing blood. I don't believe that to be blood.
Up a steep flight of stairs to a guard station. The guard calling.
Well, no blood near the guard station because she passed out and bled out there.
911. The student rushed to the hospital but did not survive. Police finding the young victim's uncharged cell phone and a knife near the scene. Several juveniles
Yeah, they were released.
detained for questioning as police dive teams search a pond in the park for evidence.
Really,
Evidence of what?
Right in this world.
Mark trying to find any kind of clues.
There wasn't even blood on
Right
the
above that
scene.
guard.
Alright. Let's get back to the main story. That's Georgia's shooting. I was on my man. Ain't no blood out there though. That's all I know. Ain't no blood out there. Got the whole area taped off, but ain't no blood, ain't no markers where the body was. There's nothing. Like, okay, whatever you say. I'm still the only one doing the Georgia shooting. I guess we're gonna end this. Let me see if they did any other interviews. Gotta get up. We're gonna end this because I gotta get up. Motherfuckers.
Not heard exactly how that man is doing, but the search is on. Anything about the school still being on lockdown by chance?
Okay, I'm skimming through this. Okay, nothing really. But this was Conyers. Let me end it here. I'll do another later. This is the scene outside Conyers, Atlanta, where one person shot, shooter on the loose. Then there's a second report. They thought the shooter was in the building. Shooter not in the building. Area schools on lockdown. And let's go over to the internet. So that's the scene outside of Conyers, Georgia. So it's a workplace shooting. La 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 la. Do 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 do. I read CNN. CNN joke is a joke. CNN is a joke. Okay. Hey, that's the news so far in Georgia. Okay, we're gonna end this right here. So maybe about 12, they'll have more updates on this, on what's going on. Because this has been a shooting outside of Conyers, Atlanta, at the Dart Food Production. They produce plates, straws, different type of eating ware. One person shot, building evacuated, schools on lockdown. We'll catch y'all later in the afternoon for an update.